Thank you, Chairman, Senators. My name is Peter Johnson, and I'm here representing my family, the Johnson family, which includes my daughter, Deanna, and the Townsend family, and this is Toni Townsend and their associated members. On January 12th, 2017, my sister and her husband were headed home from work out at the gym, and they were struck broadside by a 17-year-old driver that was texting. She ran a red light and T-boned their car. My brother-in-law, Kevin, was in a coma for 5 weeks. He lost a kidney, 8 ribs were broken. His chest is now held together with steel plates. He lost 65 pounds of his body weight, a third, in the time he was in recovery. It took him another 3 or 4 months to learn to walk again, and 8 months later, he was up and back towards life again. My sister still suffers from problems with her double vision from her concussion. This doesn't happen to my family, it happens to somebody else's family, but this happened to my family. On January 8th this year, it happened again. My daughter's husband, Officer Clayton Townsend, was on a routine traffic stop when a distracted driver crossed 2 lanes of traffic and struck and killed him. I can tell you that I've had to live with this and the fallout from this, watching what's going on, seeing it firsthand from my daughter's perspective and from my grandson's perspective and from Clayton's parents' perspective. It is time we stop this problem. It's a social issue. We have all done it, I guarantee you. And I have changed the way that I live my life and drive my car and operate my phone. And I have no problem with saying there's no reason to have a phone in your hand at all. I support this bill, and I want to see it passed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The family for the late Officer Townsend are here today. So if you guys can please come up first and state your name, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Chairman and committee members. My name is Toni Townsend, and this is my sister-in-law, Dana Townsend. I'm Clayton's mom, and this is Clayton's aunt. Clayton Townsend was the police officer who was killed by a distracted driver while on duty just a little over a month ago, January 8th to be exact. The driver who hit Clayton and killed Clayton admitted to texting and crossed over at least 2 lanes on the freeway at a high speed. He was that distracted. We don't know the person who hit Clayton, but perhaps he was a law-abiding citizen. And if he would have been a law-abiding citizen, this possibly could have been avoided. Perhaps, just perhaps, he would have been hands-free and not distracted, and my son would be here. I'm here today representing our family and the Johnson family. Clayton would want you to know this, and he would want us to be here today, and so that's why just a month later we're here in front of you. So I'd like to thank you for allowing us the time to speak, and although it's difficult with the loss of my son Clayton and Deanna's husband and Brixton, his 10-year-old son, and his 2 brothers, 10-month-old son, I'm sorry, his other brothers, I feel it's important to express our opinion on the need for this bill to be passed. 20 years ago, driving was a different experience than it is today, and the laws must be updated to reflect the times, and most importantly, to protect the public. Clayton was a police officer. He worked for us all, but there's numerous cases that we've heard about and we know about of individuals who have been killed by distracted drivers. We have seen not only the death of my son, but countless others who were needlessly killed by distracted driving, and that includes everything that distracts a driver, not just cell phones, but other distractions. Many states across the United States, and even many of our own cities here in Arizona, have enacted a hands-free law, and all of Arizona needs to catch up. The people deserve it. This isn't the first time this has come up in Arizona, and I know it's been worked on for numerous years before us. But we hope with my son's platform and those that have come before us that we can honor and protect the people of Arizona. We can't bring Clayton back, and we realize that. But we can help protect the rest of us, and that does include all of you in this room. I would urgently ask you to support in passing this bill. Thank you, committee, and thank you, Chairman.
Our deepest condolences to the family, and we hope, and we will. We'll do our best to do something about this. Are there any questions? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for your time.